Hello, everybody. How's it going? Are we good today? Who do we have in here? We got Cons, we got Edwin, we got Elliot. Welcome, everybody. Welcome anyone else who is going to join in. We will make a start in just a moment. I'm actually watching price action right now on the Nasdaq and the ES. For obvious reasons, so I'll get to my chart in a minute. Let's bring up TradingView. But hey, it's looking pretty strong right now. We got a very, very nice bounce earlier on, which is what we were looking for. And yeah, I'm just looking for possibly an opportunity to go short. But this is the thing here. We're not even, we're still miles below, even where price closed yesterday, which is insane. So after the close yesterday, as soon as Powell opened his mouth, there was a massive dump. And yeah, so not only, and we're not even in New York, so not only are we going to gap down on the session, but the actual start of a new day gap down, which is very, very unusual, highly unusual within the market. So it would be very reasonable to expect this to come back up into balance from yesterday, which is a long way away. A long way away from where price is right now. This is so far extended to the downside that to try and short this at the moment, given the strength that we've just seen from, I know we've just had unemployment data come out, and the news yesterday was from, or this big dump yesterday was from Powell speaking after the market. There's nothing significant, nothing's actually, yeah, data's data, it just moves the market. And in this instance, we've just had it move the market. Unemployment came in as expected. Advanced GDP was higher than expected, so maybe that's caused a bit of this reaction right now. But I don't actually know what Powell said yesterday. I'd already signed off for the day. That was 10 p.m. my time that he started talking. So yeah, anyway, we'll cover the markets. We've had some really, really good trades today already. So the day has only just begun, and we're already in some already have had some very, very nice trades. So I want to cover those. First of all, Bitcoin, short position. This is the one that I did on the daily update from earlier. So having lost daily open, this was, so if we just take off the TPO for a second here. I also do need to keep an eye on what's going on here. Why do I stream right at the time when I like to trade? Okay, we're golden, we're good. Okay, I was just a little take profit on that because I think we might just have a little bit of a local top until we go. What am I talking about? I get so distracted because I'm looking at the charts and I'm trying to trade at the same time. I've still got my longs open. So I'm just thinking that that's probably about as high as we go. I don't know if I want to short it, but I'm thinking that at least on the Nasdaq, that's probably as high as we go. Until New York session starts. But that's why I've just closed a contract. I might just close the other one. I don't. Why do I have to talk about all my what I'm doing? It's so difficult. Anyway, look, 1 minute time frame. Let's just have a look at this. Yeah, I'm out there. It just looks a little bit too much, right? It looks a little bit too overcooked. So I'll wait until New York session opens now, go flat. ES, I still think can go a bit higher. ES, I closed out of this long already. That was earlier on. But yeah, having held demand earlier, this one like scared me somewhat. Took the long down here earlier, but I got in a bit early. Didn't get invalidated though, so that's fine. We were still there. We didn't come down and take out this low. So the idea was valid. The idea remained the same. For myself, I was just looking for a small move up on this, back up to like 41.82, 41.83. So closed out of that one already. Then we had unemployment claims, which both on NASDAQ and on the ES. This is like the news, like when you get a news event, just either bid or offer the VWAP, because that's what it's going to give you every time. So this, you come into the VWAP, opportunity to bid on the VWAP because we were already showing some strength at that point. So the fact that you just had a nice sweep down, taking out some stops, and then off we go. Anyway, back everyone to Bitcoin. This was the trade I gave in this morning's update then. So from a volume profile perspective, from the range, we were unable to get any continuation above the value area high. So value area high, holding price down. We couldn't take out that high, it just failed. It came into this wick over here. We have supply, resistance, that kind of thing. You drop down, a little bit of a change in market structure just here. Okay, so you go uptrend, ping, ping, ping. Then what happens? You put in a high, you put in a low, lower high, lower low. And then we then get that continuation back down. Rotate all the way back down to value area low and to our previous day open. So that for me, I was short at the daily open, looking for price to move down here, and then maybe a little bit later on, looking for price to come a little bit lower. On the ES, it was, so I know Cake took this trade. I think Cake, if you're in the chat, did you take this trade if you're here? But we were looking at the same thing earlier. Having had very, very just overextended to the downside. Way too much selling going on, way too much selling. Shorts being pretty chill. You get a decent reaction in the morning session during London. Then you come back down. Cheap trade, okay. Your invalidation is here, so it's cheap. If you get stopped out, it's not a big loss. So it's a relatively simple one to take. And then a decent reaction off of that. Now I'm not still in that trade, but closed there, like I said, but that was a decent one. And then the NASDAQ, this is the one that's made me some good money today. Same situation. Okay, downtrend. Downtrend. Way, way, way overextended to the downside. Like ridiculously so. Look at where we were yesterday. Point of control from yesterday on the NASDAQ and the low that we put in this morning. We are 3.6% away from that, which for the NASDAQ is ridiculous. So way too much selling going on. The market couldn't continue to find sellers down there. Sellers ran out, there was no one left that was willing to sell. You get a reversal, you come back in, into value area low, into a little order block that we've got down here. Sweep some local lows. So if we go over onto the Discord, a few of us took this trade over there. Where is the Discord? Let me bring up the Discord so I can show you guys what we've been doing today. Here we go. So I just need to click on this one. So this is what we were looking at. Okay, well, this is when the ES was holding price down quite a lot. I got into it long a little bit early. This was just before the bounce. That was the initial sign of strength that we saw from the NASDAQ. Fugazi was trading it with us. Cake was there. This is what I mean. Same setup. Same setup, Bitcoin. Looking for the long. Sorry, ES looking for the long Bitcoin short. Then we start to get a bit decent reaction. And then, where was it? Where's the thing that I said? Where's the bit that I said? Here. There we go. At POC now, but surely we just clean up that low and then bounce. So I was looking for the move down, sweep the lows, and then bounce. What happens? Move down, sweep the lows, and then a bounce. Happy, happy, happy days. So everyone's making money today. It's good. It's a good start to the day. Trade ideas working out. French bull, same ideas. Looking for the short on Bitcoin, so French bull's in the money. Randall, probably just waking up right now. P's in the money, P's been killing it. Where's P's money shots? He's been killing it. Cake's been killing it. Cake's trades, making money. Delirium, killing it. Everyone in the chat, killing it. It's good. Anyway, right, back to this. Easy money, exactly. We are in the money today, and it's making us very happy. Honda Man, looking at your chart, would you say we are at the value area high? I don't know what you mean. On what and the value area high of what? Because we're way outside of value again on ES and on NASDAQ. Now we're too high. We were too low earlier. Now we're too high. But overall, we're too low. So, but locally, I think we're getting a little bit too high. We haven't taken out the high of the day yet, though. So, whoops, Bitcoin could be interesting. Is there anything else we want to look at? Because I mean, until the market opens, these moves are just ongoing. So you people are the ones who decide what we look at over here. Gold. Ah. You just go 4 hour on gold. You know. What a move. What a move gold has had recently. I mean, surely gold's got to pull back. Short gold, yeah. Need to spend a bit more time on this. You've already corrected all of this, but again, this is kind of the same thing, right? If you get given the opportunity for a cheap trade, then often it's just It's very low risk, isn't it? Because you've clearly lost that momentum. This as a, we're going to go newbie, possible cup and handle, doesn't really look like it's playing out. It looks like that's failed. So anyone buying within here, stop starting to get hit, is starting to pull back somewhat. You had a nice like W or whatever it is at the bottom that could have led you to higher prices. Not really playing out, so it's a cheap trade. Your invalidation's not far away when you're looking at this as being in the imbalance at the top of this move. I imagine there would have been some divergences and stuff playing out there. Oh my god, Nasdaq is still pumping. Look at it go! ES is being held down a little bit. Nasdaq on a mission. Yeah, I mean, gold, you could, honestly, you could look at something like that, like higher time frames. I'm not seeing much on the lower time frames. Got some big gaps down here to fill. Yeah. I guess it's... ignore that. Like, realistically, something around here wouldn't it have been an entry. 1780 incoming. Oh, really? You think we're going to get that low? 1780? Oh, I mean, yeah. Yeah, why not? Back over onto these. These being the assets that I trade. Bitcoin, ES, and the Nasdaq. I think gold's still a fifth wave to come before bigger retrace consolidation. So, French bull, you're looking. See, yeah, okay. This is the other thing. So on daily, I guess what French bull, we're looking around here somewhere. Take out these highs, come up to around about that 2060. 2050, maybe just poke above here. Oh, so achy, man. Cool. Q. 8 minutes to go until the open. Now we're finally starting to get a little bit of a pullback here across the sexy markets. Get rid of that arrow, I don't need to brag anymore. Now that arrow's done. It's done its job. Done its duty. Now we got to mark up for the rest of the session. We got 8 minutes to go. I haven't actually done my levels yet for this. So this is absolutely insane. By the way, point of control, right at the bottom of the day during settlement. You settle, prices crap themselves after settlement. complete annihilation. Bulls slaughtered. But that gives us potential for some really, really good setups as we go into this one. So, previous day low, we are way below it. At least from New York session. Way below it. Previous day high, very unlikely that we go anywhere near that. Oh, there it is. POC, not paying attention to that one, not paying attention to that one. Value area low, you have a VWAP close in there. Edwin, hey Luke, where would you take profit your fit fee buy from the other day? We'll come to that in let's just let the first few minutes of New York session play out, and then we'll get to the altcoins when things start to settle. It was such an efficient move down actually yesterday. Like, you look at this, okay, yeah, fine. When New York opened, it dumped. But for the actual session itself, what is going on? What have I done? What's happened? Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, it was actually a very efficient move. Didn't really create any gaps. Didn't really create any imbalances on the way down. Just consistent volume the whole time. So you've not got much to go short from on this chart. There isn't much that you can short on either the NASDAQ or on the ES. You know what, 3 minutes left. Let's have a look at FitFi quickly, as you asked. Can't remember where I charted it. Can't remember where my entry was. Was it here? No. Where did I chart it? This one? Yes! There we go. There we go. I mean, for me, this is like a swing trade. 25% up currently. Add leverage into that and you're laughing. I mean, if it's a leverage position, you probably should be taking profit here. You've taken out a local high. You've taken out a local high. You've come into a 4-hour OB. Gurav, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Taurus. I am happy you are here. And you've commented. Cool. Hello Taurus, I recently got to know about your channel as I was looking for VWAP trading strategy. Have seen some good strategies, so what's your suggestion to trade crypto with price action and VWAPs? Whoa. I mean, the thing is, when I'm doing these streams, I am live trading them. So I think the easiest answer to your question is just continue to watch, because we have real-time examples of this that happen on a very, very regular basis. I do have learning content on it, so if you are interested in joining the crew, we are currently offering a 30% discount for Halloween. It's spooky. Actually, we can go, let me go, spooky. Okay, we're going to put on the Halloween. So, if anybody is interested in joining the crew, we are running, as of this very moment, a special offer. If we go to the announcements, the Spooktastic sale, which gives 30%. What's going on here? It's crashed. Anyway, gives 30% off all plans to join the crew membership. That is where we have all of our educational material, all of our learning content. So if you are interested in knowing more, Discord's crashed. Everything's crashed. Yeah, if you are interested in learning more, then you get the idea. You get the idea. I New York's open now, so let's talk about that. And I will try to continue with analysis and what am I talking about? I'm now looking at this open. Nice move down to start the New York session. I missed the opportunity to scalp along. Is there going to be an opportunity to get a little short? Let's close the rest of that NASDAQ long, because I don't know what's going to happen now. So yeah, massive gap down on everything. NQ approaching previous day lows, ES approaching previous day lows and previous day value area low. At this stage, I could possibly go and switch over to one tower on here. Beep. There you go. If I do take a trade, I can bring that up on here. I might just, I'm a little bit of a, volatility's high today. I'm a bit of a pussy. Let's just use the micro. If I'm going to live trade this, I just want to use the micro. What has happened here? Ay. Messed it all up. No, I want to keep them. Damn it! Okay, what's going on? What am I doing? I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. So if I do that, okay, that's cool. I'm trying some stuff. Now, reload history. Refresh. Oh, I've broken everything. There it is. Okay, cool. I got away with that. I meant to switch to the micro, and I was just gonna take some small scalps on the micro, and I did it on the mini. Oh my god! It's fine. I made some profit on it. It's Halloween. Everything's going astray. Yeah, indeed. Let's bring it back to TradingView for a second. Let's. I'll get my bearings on that in a moment. Made $80 profit from that, just a mistake. So I made some money from making mistakes, not bad. Anyway, where are we? We've just hit the low from yesterday. NASDAQ doing a similar thing. Still only a few minutes into the session, so let's just allow it to settle down a bit. Once we form our opening range, we can look to trade on either extreme of that range based on what the market is telling us. We do come down and take out the low of this initial balance. Take a little scalp long off of that. We come back down towards the VWAP. We can take a little scalp long off of that. So got it all on the micro now. I have to make my actual money later on. Where would that take us? You know what? Fuck it. It's the initial balance. Kiros, say Luke, been watching your videos for a while, been super helpful, learning quite a bit from you. Thank you very much. Do you think we can look at Bitcoin? Of course. I'll look at Bitcoin as often as you would like me to look at Bitcoin if you would like to join the crew and take advantage of the 30% discount. Bitcoin I still think can roll over and go a bit lower here. I like that it came into... I said this earlier. We kind of covered it, right? Value area of the lower of the range. Nice selling tail for the day so far. I mean... It really depends. I think daily open is the key level here on Bitcoin. If price gets back above daily open, that means that it's back above the point of control for this entire range. I then think that there is a decent opportunity for it to go up to that 35,400 level. If it doesn't, then yeah, I still think coming down to take out these lows down here is probably what we would be expecting to see. We're coming back into our UTC open here on ES, which is where same thing on the NASDAQ. Do you like the H4OB retest? On what? On what? On Bitcoin? Why am I so achy today? I mean, I don't personally see anything that I would consider as an order block to base a trade off of here. This is just an overall range, so what I would much rather do, yeah, it's a lot more than just a 4 hour. I know you've got like a little 4 hour block here, and you've got confidence within that. There's nothing like, you got a bit of a gap here between that candle there was always likely to be taken out. If you're talking about lower, the only one I can see that I trade is this one down here. There's one. All of these others kind of look like they've been dealt with already. Oh no, here's one. Here's one. That one's not been dealt with already. Everything else that has, I think. Yeah, I'm kind of struggling to see much structure on the 4 hour. By the way, I got filled on that long. For wonderful, because I'm trading the micro. I'm too scared. The last few times I live traded on using the minis, it didn't go particularly well. So I'm just going to trade the micro. That would have been $400 then. And the problem is, because I'm just trading the micro, I just have no real like intent to hold on to them, because $40. It's not very much. But yeah, there you go. That was a nice little one. It's just initial balance. This is how you look to trade it. Trade the extremes. If we come up and take the high again, look, I've got a limit short here. I'll take that. I could do the same fucking thing down here. There you go. Buy one out of the VWAP. I don't trade in the middle of the range. I don't mess around with the midpoint. Just trade on either side of it. Let the initial balance go. Did you manage to try Levy's order book indicator? No, I've never heard. Never heard of Levy. Oh, Levy, Leviathan. Yeah. No. No, I haven't tried it. Digging the spooky music you got going on. Thank you very much. I should have worn some Halloween face paint or something. Made myself all spooky. I don't have the voice changer app on my computer anymore because my computer died. I had to delete everything and I haven't got around to re-downloading it. I should have come on the stream and just wear a pumpkin on my head. Oh, Nasdaq's so much cleaner right now. Scout the Nasdaq. How long have we been going? 15 minutes. So 45 minutes of this crap. What do we think? Gang, crew, people? I reckon. Now, don't take this is non-financial advice. Everything here is non-financial advice. I'm just a guy talking bollocks on the internet. But I think we might have the low of the session here on both the ES and the Nasdaq already. I think this might hold. We're only 15 minutes into it. There's still a long way to go. But given what's happened so far today, I think we might see basically the reverse of what happened yesterday, which is just go for it on the open. I think Nasdaq in particular is what I really like right now. I just don't see it being as very high probability. The fact that we've tested our UTC open, we tested that daily open, we've come down, we've had a little bounce off of it already. There's not a lot of like darting around like crazy so far. And I would be looking for a move back up to balance. But it's very early. Basically, like I'm not gonna trade based on that information. We still have a long way to go, and I'm only going to trade extremes. If we can get a breakout above the IB, then cool, I might consider a long. We're still above VWAP though. This is scalping paradise at the moment. Loving New York Open. It is. Yeah, you're just within this real, I mean, quite wide range right now. If we can come down back below that, then that will give me an entry. I just wasn't sure I was going to get an entry then, but maybe I will. Come on. Yes. ES hasn't taken it. Nasdaq's just hit VWAP. Daily EQ. Ah, just missed my limit order. French boy, I wouldn't mind to take the daily low. God. After everything that happened yesterday and this morning, you want to take the daily low again? Wow. It's just your account. It's holding on here. There goes ES VWAP now. Where's our London VWAP? A little bit above. Okay. Where is our... Oh. You have... Oh, I'm getting sweaty now. The problem with trading on a treadmill. You get hot. You get a little sweaty. Really quite nice. There you go. Nice little bounce again. I've taken out the lows. Another quick scalp. Up. Bitcoin moving. Just waiting for... Yep. Come on. It's thinking about it here, isn't it? But what we don't want is another situation like yesterday where the initial balance just keeps creeping. That's all we had yesterday, was the initial balance just kept creeping. It's not looking as bad as it was yesterday. We'll go back to this. Yesterday's open. Like, it was just dead. Then we got the nice scalp long back into VWAP. Today, not quite. What's going on here? Why can't I reset chart? There we go. Today a bit different. Hasta la vista, Barbie. Hello. Welcome. That got a little crazy, got out of my longs in profit. What do you mean just now or yesterday? Just now. Cool. Yeah, it's another similar one of those, like if this doesn't show us something soon, I think it will. But if it doesn't show us something soon, then my bias for the day switches from starting off as bullish to then going bearish. We gotta get this move happening soon. First 30 minutes is almost complete. Triangle for BTC. Nah. I don't do triangles. But even so, nah. I mean, even if there was one, I'd probably still say no because I don't trade them, so I don't know. I mean, the triangle is here, right? This is the problem with triangles. You can redraw them forever and ever 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 and ever. Because if you were looking at trading a triangle, it would have been that. Yeah? So now what do you do with it? Because that's the triangle. This now is wrecked. Because that's the only way that I could realistically see you drawing this. If you then go and like, okay, cool, yeah, that didn't work, and now you do this, well, what's the reasoning for that? Because you haven't come anywhere near it previously. So no. Not for me. Not for me. He is going to go for these lows again, isn't it? Nasdaq might do at least anyway. Oh, you watch more for symmetrical triangle, Elliott wave star. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. I think so yeah, I guess my answer to that would be yes, because I'm expecting an inside day today. So by triangle you mean consolidation. By consolidation that means inside day, which is what I'm looking for. So Monday, Tuesday high and lows wasn't taken. On the Wednesday high and low so far not taken today. So that kind of thing, right? Oh, I should have held that bloody short. I had that short on NASDAQ. God. Why do I do this? Why do I try and read and stream at the same time? I had the short. Closed it at the beginning of the stream. I need to start thinking of a time. The problem is, if I start streaming at a time when I'm not trading, then it's going to be really boring for everybody. But I can only stream at times when I'm trading, because that's the only time when people are going to watch. But I don't like to stream then, because I want to be trading then. I can't do both at the same time. I'm not a woman. I can't multitask. I think I'm going to have to wrap it up here because I do want to trade this. This is looking really quite nice. There's going to be a lot of opportunity to trade, and I do not want to be stuck here just messing about on the micros. So, last thing, same situation as yesterday. Okay, very similar price action. We got to see what happens by the end of the initial balance at this stage. So I think we had that nice little scalpy scalp, be able to short highs, long the lows, whilst this was in a range on the 1 minute. Now we've started to extend away from that. You're now just looking for a reaction. Okay, so this continuation, you're just looking for the reaction now. You just follow the money. It's just a hold short type of situation now. You got to wait for the pop. Then you can see if it holds. And then that will probably lead us in towards the end of the initial balance, which is where we're going to have basically the 88% probability of where our high or low is for the day. So that will then confirm our bias, because that is what it is. Wherever the high or the low of the initial balance is, that is the invalidation for any trade that you then take throughout, well, not for the whole session, but certainly any trade that you can catch once this first hour is completed. So if you're looking for a short, if we get a close that's somewhere down here at the bottom of the initial balance, you look for a short. So you go VWAP, and then your invalidations at the high, you've got an 88% chance of that winning. If we do get a sign of strength and we maybe want to buy again around that UTC open, your invalidations down here, you've got an 88% chance of winning. So that's how it goes. And I can just prove that statistic. So we don't know the initial balance yet. I'll keep repeating this because it's just so easy when you start to do it. Yesterday's high of the day. Never invalidated. You could just be taking short positions all day and it was fine. This day didn't play out. Okay, someone wasn't one. Here, low of the day, any long positions, winning, your invalidations at the bottom. high of the day, any short positions, win. That was just a little peak above. So if you had any room on a short, then you would have played out. That would have been nice. High of the day, winner. Low of the day, winners. Low of the day, winners. High of the day, winner. High of the day, a winner. No. Low of the day. Low of the day. Low of the day. High of the day. Low of the day. So how many days is this? And what, there's been 2 that didn't play out? Low of the day. High of the day. Low of the day. Okay, that one peaked above. Might have stopped you out. Look, high of the day. Low of the day. That one didn't work out, so there's one more loss. That's now 3, and we're 3 days that didn't play out, and we're at the 20th of September, so that's over a month of price action. There's another one. 4 days that didn't play out, we're at the 19th of September. There we go. If you want any bias for the day, you just look for the initial balance, you trade the break out of it. Same on the NASDAQ, same on the ES. Don't know if it's the same on the Dow or anything like that, but certainly NASDAQ and the ES. Session, New York IB. David Herman. Have I just given away too much? I'll do a video on this that explains it a little bit more. It might help boost my subscriber numbers, because if I can go like, this trade setup has an 88% success rate, and you can prove it with the statistics, then yay. Let me put my bear down, and can you repeat that? Okay, so long story short is this. So price, this is your initial balance. Okay, so let's just go, how do you draw these things on the chart? Oh. Why is there no bars? Never mind. Might test it on Pepe. Yeah. Let me show you it on here. Without anything else. That's what I meant to do. I need another... on the Qs, because that's a clean chart then. Okay, here you go. And it doesn't actually matter what strategy you trade. What this gives you is an invalidation for any trade then for the remainder of the session. So first hour of trading. You're looking for your high and your low of the first hour of trading. So there's 1330. We drag this out to 1430, which is there. So that's your first 1 hour. Okay. What you can also do from this is essentially, I have a couple of different ways that I look to trade this. And that's firstly looking at the wicks, but you can also look at the bodies. So we can go, let's do it like that. And then essentially where this closes, I'm really not explaining this very well, but you're looking at, that's it split. Okay, so there's your initial balance mid, there's your initial balance low, there's your initial balance high. Now, depending on where this closes, which part of the chart it closes, that gives you the bias for the day. So the fact that we had this close here, the initial balance closed here, gives you a bias for the day that then you look to short. Okay, so that first hour of trading, you end up near the bottom of it, within this lower portion of it. The chances are you're then going to get continuation. Now, that's not guaranteed, but that sets you up for basically a trade where, let's say you want to come back into the midpoint, you go short, invalidations at the high, and then your take profit is just based off of whatever style of TA you like to do. So anything at all. There may be other setups within this. Maybe you have something that's a bit more choppy, you have something else going on, but we can go back, we can look at a different day, and then look, you just ride that all the way down to the end of the day, never in any doubt. On this occasion back here, again, you look at the first hour of trading, and this is one where I sometimes would use the breakout. So 1430. That's why it's not working. So you have candle bodies, and then you have wicks. White, red. I then just look for a close. So if like, again, on this occasion, you're closing right at the top, so the low of the day is almost guaranteed at that stage to be in. Then you can trade the breakout. I don't trade breakouts often, but on this occasion, when you're that close to the top, you trade a breakout. So I sometimes do it on a 1 minute, but 5 minutes a bit better for like confirmation, because you're looking at holding this for the rest of the day essentially at that point. But you can on the 1 minute, basically any closes back above, you then go long, you're just using a pivot low, and you're expecting that to be a trending day at that stage. So here you can go 5 minutes cleaner. Let me just sort it out. There's a close. So you're actually going long here. And then you're looking for continuation. Maybe look to target that high. So then you have something that looks a little bit like this. No, it only works on New York session, and it is, generally speaking, you got to do it on days where there's not news during the session. It's okay on days where, like today, where you've had news prior to the session, but again, a little bit less, better on like the no news days, kind of like what we had yesterday. Oh my god, this is like death. Right, I gotta shoot. I've had 2 missed phone calls and a bunch of messages. There's people saying, I'm sharing too much alpha, you're giving away the secrets of the trade here. No, but anyway, I'll do a video on this. It'll explain it in a lot more detail, and I'll actually show examples and stuff. But this just basically expands on what I shared with the crew last week. So if you're in the crew, we had a whole session on TPO, and this is just one of the strategies from within that. Yeah, so there it is. Cool. All right, thank you everybody. And yeah, depending on where this closes, remember this will give us our bias for the day. Now that I've shared it, it's probably not going to work out. Remember, it is a news day today. if in the next 15 minutes price somehow gets back up here, then I'll target longs. At this stage, I think I had that long bias. I think at this stage I can pretty much say now that that is that's maybe no longer the case. But you have to take context into it as well. We are getting close to the low of the day. That puts French Bulls target on in. We're also at a 50% macro retrace. So when you look at this trend that we've been in for over a year now, we're at that 50% level here. Now the main target for me is coming down below 41.50 on the ES, but do we get there in one go? Does this recover today and we get a bit of a rally and then we come and take it out later? Or are we just going to do everything today? Because I think it's now that time. We're either going to get this today or it's going to reverse and we'll probably get it later. But yeah, cool. Thank you everybody. Have a great rest of the day. I'll see you again very soon. Cheers.